So after a very, very late night Friday, street race in the Falcon with the Dayton crew, we got a late start to KD Dragway for Midnight Madness. Me, June, Chevy, and Tommy hopped in the dually, hooked to the 50-foot trailer, and we head down through Jackson. Now, the dogs ride pretty decent. June, she'll stay in the back seat all day. Doesn't bother her a bit. Chevy, on the other hand, well, Chevy is a little more high maintenance, I guess you could say. Constant attention. We pulled into KD in plenty of time for first round and got the car and the truck unloaded. And the kids and Vicky, Kenny and Harley, Bill Bybee, all started setting up the booth. Meanwhile, up on the starting line, they were getting ready for the kids' big wheel races. It was still early, but the place was filling up fast, and they had a fantastic turnout of both spectators and racers. And right on cue, at 8:30 p.m., Vicky arrives on the starting line with the big wheels, the kids' goodie bags, and Juliet was there to flag. The parents were all getting a game plan together for the kids, trying to get a feel for which kids are actually going to go out there and do it, which ones might be a little too shy. But we got off quite a few pairs before first round of small tire. We finished up the kids' big wheel races. The sun was going down. The drivers' meeting took place. And first round of eliminations, thank God the boys didn't pull each other. Billy was out first. Billy managed to make a really solid hit right off the trailer, second pair down in the left-hand lane. Next up was Tommy in the Falcon. He was seventh pair left lane. Billy put an excellent tune-up in the little Falcon, and for its first trip down KD since we've owned it, it made an incredibly fast pass, within hundredths of Billy's S10. By the time we made it back to the pits, Vicky had the lights all put up on the tent. Billy and Tommy were going over the data from the Falcon because both of them had made a pass in the left-hand lane, just a few passes between the two. And Billy was determined to use that data to help both of them. In round two, both of the boys pulled left-hand lane chips. And thank God they didn't pull each other. Billy was paired with this good-looking little Fox body Mustang, a nitrous car, and had a fairly hot tune-up in the truck. We were looking to go at least a tenth faster than first round. By this time, the dew was setting in really, really bad. You could barely see the finish line from the starting line. I was a little bit nervous as Tommy pulled up for round 2. After looking at the data in round 1, Billy decided the Falcon was nowhere near on edge. So he turned the Falcon up just a little bit more on the starting line and out the back. And Tommy managed to knock out this little nitrous S10 without too much trouble. After round 2, we went back to the trailer to check the data. We sat down in the trailer with the dogs, and of course Weasel Pig and Chivy was going at it. June was an observer for quite a while until she'd had enough of the ruckus. And you know what I told you the other day about June being the fun police? Well, she came down and told them to knock it off. The kids started to get ready for round 3. But by now the dew was really setting in bad. They called a drivers' meeting out on the starting line to ask the drivers if they really wanted to race in these conditions.
You can see it from here.
It's worse now.
Dew point's about to set in too. It's getting close to 65 degrees, and once it hits 65, then the track gets wet.
Regardless, we need to figure out. Small tire, come here. All right. So, who wants to run? Who wants to run small tire?
I'm doing what Billy's doing.
That's 4 horse, 4 to 6. Y'all running?
I can honestly tell you, I'm just standing.
Let's go chip, bro.
Brothers, you gotta be kidding. We screwed ourselves. What we used to do.
Now he's wishing he'd have said, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
He's wishing he'd have said, "Nah, I'm good." That's a tiebreaker right there.
So unfortunately, 3rd round, the kids get paired up with each other. Tommy draws right lane. In my opinion, I think the right lane was faster than the left. And the round prior, the Falcon had actually made a faster pass than the S10 did. Now, why is that? Well, there's a lot of reasons. But the one main problem we had to test and test and test and test and test and test Thursday night with the S10 because we were having those carburetor problems. And in doing so, we really tore the tires up on the truck. I really wish Billy would have just gone and put tires on it Friday afternoon. They were in stock at Jegs. He had the time to do it. I'm not going to get into where he was and what he was doing, but he didn't put tires on the truck. So we went to KD on these Hoosiers that had been on there for quite a while, and we had beat them to living death. In my opinion, the truck was a sitting duck. The Falcon, we were putting power in the Falcon. We were having to take power out of the truck, and then the Falcon draws the right-hand lane. Billy was a sitting duck. But unfortunately, the Falcon had a little issue. The night before, when we street raced it, it died after we made the pass. And we just thought it was low on fuel. But when we got back to the shop, we went ahead and filled the fuel cell up, and it only took 4 gallons of fuel to top it off. So that was our first indication that we had a problem with the Falcon, but we really didn't know what it was. It turns out it had a fuel filter plugged, and the Falcon died on the starting line.
You're right on the line. You're ready, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. 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 3, 2, 1, go
you would have been I would have drove away from you on the back wheels.
And Tommy wasn't exaggerating. He would have. The truck was paddling the tires every pass. The sidewalls were just beat clear out of the Hoosiers. They're done. I was pissed. Even though I would have hated to watch that damn Falcon beat the truck again for the second time, that would have sucked. But what to me sucked even worse was I knew that the Falcon was faster. I knew why it was faster, but the Falcon was faster. It was on fresher tires. We were putting power into the Falcon and having to pull power out of the truck at the exact same ET level. So we knew the truck was probably going to go backwards, and we knew the Falcon was getting faster. Unfortunately, this fuel filter problem crept up on us, and the damn electronic fuel injection, it's not a fuel injection problem, it's a maintenance problem. But with low fuel pressure, the fuel injectors won't fire, and the damn thing kept dying. And Billy had actually turned the idle up a couple hundred RPM trying to help the situation, but it just wasn't enough. And unfortunately, the damn thing died right as he went to go on the deck. So now, the truck's still in, but it's on shit tires, and now we're in trouble.
Really got that motherfucker by.
Yep.
Me and you both.
Very left lane, left right lane.
So Billy had drawn the bye, and Perry Stanley took out Jeff Thomas in the semis. We had not been in the right lane all night with the truck. We had been in the Falcon, but didn't make a full pass because Tommy's car died, and then it did a wheelie, which I think it could have driven out of the wheelie. Maybe. It probably would have drug the radiator on the ground, but Billy had a dip in the boost ramp right about the time that it was standing up on the rear tires. So there's a really good chance Tommy could have drove through that wheel stand. Anyway, we felt very strongly that the right lane was definitely faster. So we went ahead and took our bye run in the right-hand lane. And the truck made a fast lick. It wasn't as fast as it should have been. At that point, it was still 0.2 slower than the last time we were at KD in that lane. The only thing we could do is try to up the air pressure in the rear tires to compensate for how bad it was paddling the tire on the launch. And we've done this before, and we hoped for a better outcome, and it didn't come.
I put a little bit more air pressure in the tires because it was wilding them really bad, and it didn't really hook until 60 feet out last run, but it still went a good number. It flew out the back. If I can get the 60 to line up with a good mile an hour out the back, I think he's going to be in trouble. But if I can't get it to quit wadding the tire up, he might, give me a really good race. So we'll see.
Good luck.
So, another final pissed away. It just sucks, man. But, I mean, we had a great time. We got a lot of good data on the Falcon, you know, but the carburetor's fixed on the truck, so that's a good thing. The air fuel looked really good all weekend. It didn't spit and sputter. It's back. It's back. The truck's back better than it's ever been if it just had a new set of tires. So we packed up for the night. The kids went on home, and Vicky and I stayed the night there in the camper because we were just exhausted and tired, wore out. And so we decided to stay the night and get up the next morning, go get something to eat, and then head home. Vicky forgot something very important at the house. Once Vicky got up and got her shower, the turd barrels were all over me, pressuring me to get up, sniffing at the windows, knocking the curtains down, wanting petted. Always something. Well, they finally got me to sit up just enough to see what the heck was going on. And I noticed that Vicky's up there in front of a fan. What are you doing?
Forgot a hair dryer. I got a fan.
Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. We have a special guest. Who goes there? Oh my God, look what just walked in. How in the hell did you get clear up here?
Got lost.
You're supposed to stay in Texas.
Got lost.
You brought the damn heat with you.